All right, here's a kind of a fun lesson. So we've been doing a lot, or we're getting a lot into solving equations. Did you know that you can actually use graphs to help you see and solve equations and get a sense of what's going on? So take a look at this ridiculously long equation. I just threw a bunch of numbers on there. We have -9 times, in parentheses, 2x plus 5, subtracting 3x. All of that is equal to 4 minus, in parentheses, 3x plus 16. So to solve this out would take quite a while, a lot of steps, a lot of distributing, moving things around. But let's think about this in a graphical sense. Really, what I'm saying is, when does all of this equal all of this? So if I want to graphically think about it, I can think of this as, well, y equals -9. I put x values in, I'll get certain I'll get certain values back, right? We talked about evaluating expressions. So because I don't know what x is, I don't know what the expression will equal. So we give it another variable, y. So there's one equation right there. The other side, I can think about an equation as well too. It's a separate one, but let's say, okay, if I put values in for that x value, I'll get a whole bunch of values back when I evaluate this expression. Plus 16. And I can call that, well, all the different values I'll get back is also y. So we have two equations here. And in this class, you should definitely be using a graphing calculator, either hand one or on a computer-based one, to see stuff out. But what I've got here is one I really love called the Desmos calculator, and www.desmos.com. And you can put equations. Notice these are the two equations that I just separated out. So I made both sides each separate equation. And watch what happens. If I graph them, I've got two different lines, and where they're equal are where my lines will intersect. So the blue line and the red line are both two sides of the equation. They're equal at this value right here. If I make x have this value, notice I got to think in terms of x and y now. This x value gives them both the same y value, so it's an intersection point. So looking at this equation and this graph, my solution then is x has to be -1.833. So let's go back to that. And so from the graph shows x equals -1.833. I think that was right? -1.833. Yep. Now, you have to take that with a grain of salt, however, right? Because the calculator isn't going to give you the exact fraction necessarily. So I don't know if that's exact. Not sure if that's an exact answer. But if I'm going to then go in and try and algebraically solve this, I should algebraically get an answer pretty darn close to that. I know that's about what my answer should be. It may be exact, it may not be. I don't know until I actually do the algebra. But now you have a great way of using graphs to check all of your work as you're going through and learning about solving equations and getting all your algebra stuff right. I would have this graphing calculator open all the time. Do a problem, check the graph, make sure things match up. Okay, hopefully that is a helpful tool for you guys as you're going through solving equations.